TNAU Coimbatore, 2017. Received Outstanding Faculty Award from Venus International Foundation in 2017. Received awards as Fellow for Society of Applied Biotechnology in Microbial Biotechnology field. Award of Excellence in Agricultural Microbiology. He's having more than 17 awards. Then he's having schemes handling at present and completed. He's working as a principal investigator for more number of projects, and he received 34 lakhs for gamma irritated mutants. Then mentor for the project entitled Habitat Adopted Philosopher for 17.8 lakhs. Principal investigator for the project entitled Manipulation of the Gut Bacteria for 19 lakhs. So it is still, the list is going on. At a stretch, he is having a worth of 1.50 crore projects he received. Then he's having 67 publications in international peer-reviewed journals. He's having 9 book chapters in his name and 11 patents and 12 national journals published, 12 papers presented in national as well as international symposiums. He's a professional membership and services in this following titled 2007 American Society of Microbiology, Life Member Association of Microbiologists of India, Korean Society of Microbiology and Biotechnology. So still it is going on. So due to the time concern, I hand over the mic to our honorable guest, Dr. Anandam. Sir, stage is yours.
So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your nice introduction. So am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Am I audible, sir?
Audible, sir. Audible,
okay,
sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. The most respected organizers, Dr. Venkateshan, Dr. A. Sabarajan. So then the most respected participants who all are joining in the online webinar. A pleasant good morning to everyone. Basically, I am a microbiologist. Your organizer asked me to deliver a talk in management science. So I was a little bit reluctant to deliver in this topic. So if I made any mistakes, kindly excuse. I am receiving my advance apology in this forum. So today I talk about prospective agribusiness for supply chain management in agriculture produces and value addition. When you look into the rural scenario, India's 40% workforce produces only 17% of the GDP, whereas in India, agriculture productivity is low and on-farm jobs are stagnant, whereas they are declining. The productivity of crops and livestock is low when compared to national level or compared to other agriculture countries. Apart from this, we could observe the high regional variation in case of productive crops and livestock. For example, Punjab region, Gangetic region, we could harvest bumper yield, whereas the Maharashtra, then Rajasthan area, we could get only low yield from the land. Most of our farmers, they have a small and marginal lands. Then we mostly depend on rainfed agriculture. So this is one of the major cause for low productivity of the crops. When we look into the water conservation and water use efficiency are low compared to major agriculture countries like China, India, Brazil. Okay. So most often the farmers, they do not realize the proper remunerative price for their produce. Sometimes they may not even realize the MSP, minimum support price for their produces, because of existing agriculture marketing systems. So which delivers only fraction of the final price to the farmers. Okay. So in this scenario, Government of India thinking to raise the farmers' income by 2020 by double in the year 2022. So for this purpose, then Government of India planning to increase the productivity of field crops like rice, maize, other field crops, then horticulture crops like fruits and vegetables, dairy, animal husbandry, and poultry fisheries. Then apart from this, then Government of India they intend to raise the price for the farm producers. Okay. So when we compare the major agriculture countries like China, Brazil, USA, they use 2 to 4 times more water to produce the 1 liter of the major food crop. So in this scenario, Government of India launched a scheme that is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchi Yojana. So they provide subsidies for sprinkler and drip irrigation in order to increase the water use efficiency and also expand the area under irrigation to conserve the water. Okay. So what is the present scenario of Indian agriculture system or agribusiness management? That is the fragment, we could experiencing the fragmented value chain So we have inputs, then inputs which means seed, then fertilizers, land, then from the inputs, then producers. The farmers are the producers. Agriculture producers that will go to the commission agent, then wholesalers, processor, then distributors, retailers, and consumer. Sometimes then product can directly goes from a producer to retailer, then wholesaler to retailers. Okay. So in this fragmented value chain, what is the peculiar thing in this? Each and every unit, they are acting independently. They are thinking that they are competitive with each other. Okay. So in this here, relationship between each actors, each component, they are adversarial. That means they are treating as an enemy. Most of the time, transactions are happening in one spot. Then here, farmers, they are forced to bear the loss. There is no sharing of technology and market information between each actors. Okay, so because of this, processes, agriculture producing industry, they are not getting the quality raw material for processing industry. Okay. So in this scenario, government of India take a concerted effort to reform the agriculture marketing system. So from the 1962 even to 2020, we have introduced, government of India introduced several acts. Like 1960, they have passed the APMC, Agriculture Produce Marketing Act. So that will regulate that will lead to establishment of agriculture regulated market in this state. In the 2003, they have included private partnership in this act. 2015, they have established National Agriculture Market System. In 2016, so they are giving the credit for the material stored in the warehouses as well as subyards. In the 2020, Government of India passed the two bills that become an act, that is the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Act 2020. So being an agricultural scientist, then it is my duty to deliver to clarify what that act says. That act is originally called as the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act 2020. Okay. So why this act? This act is to create an ecosystem where the farmers and traders to enjoy the freedom of choice relating to the sale and purchase of farm producers. So which facilitate the reasonable price for their farm producers through competitive alternative trading channels. This act also aims to promote the efficient, transparent, and barrier-free interstate and intrastate trade and commerce of the farm producers. Okay. So this act control the outside the physical promises of the market, which is not comes under the APMC of state legislation. Also, they facilitate the electronic trade. Okay. So this trade defines the seller. So who is the seller? Farmer is the seller. Who will be benefited? Then farmer are going to get the benefit. This act defines the farmer, that is the means a person engaged in the production of farm produces by self or by hired labor otherwise, and includes the FPO, Farmer Producers Organization. So this organization that may be a group of farmers, they whatever it may mean, so that must be registered under the Company Act of the 11A of the 9A of the Companies Act 1956. Okay. So apart from this, the farmer producing organization organizations they are supported by the central and state government. Okay. So what is the main aim of the this act is one nation and one market. There is no restriction in interstate and intra-state trade. So interstate trade means buying or selling of the farm producers. So that is the originated from the one state that can be traded in the any other state without any inhibition. That is called as interstate trade. Whereas intrastate trade means, so it is the act of buying or selling of farm producers. So within the state without any inhibition. That is called as intrastate trade. Okay. So this act does not cover the APMC. So Agriculture Producing Marketing Act, Committee Act is already enforced in the state government as well as the union territory. So this act does not cover those notified area by the APMC. So this act does not include the APMC premises, then structure and buildings. So this act does not include the principal market, sub-market yard, then sub-yards governed by the APMC. Apart from this, then APMC also controls some of the private market yard, private market sub-yards. So those yards are not comes under purview of this APMC Act. Okay. So this act also defines the trade. Trade means any area or location or place of production, collection, and aggregation, which includes farm gate, factory, farm gates, as well as the factory premises, warehouses, then storage units, from where trade of farm produces may be undertaken in the territory of India, which is not governed by the APMC Act. Okay. Then who is the buyer? Trader is the buyer. So this act defines the person who buys the farm produces by way of interstate trade or intrastate trade, or in a combination for self or because or one or more person for the purpose of wholesale, trade, retail, in use, value addition, processing, manufacturing, export, consumption for other such purpose. So in this way, this act defines the trader. Okay. So this so giving guidelines for conducting the trade and the commerce. So any farmer or trader, farm produces organization or agriculture cooperating society or e-trader, they have a freedom to carry on the interstate or intrastate and trade and commerce of farm producers in a trade area which is not notified by the APMC Act of State and Union Territory. Okay. So what are the other provisions of this act? So PAN card is mandatory for the traders. Payments must be done within the same day or within 3 working days to the farmers. Then after receiving the receipt is must to the farmer. There is no market fee. So this is the peculiar thing of this act. Whenever farmers they intend to sell their product in APMC, they have to pay a marketing fee. Whereas here, this act does not demand for marketing fee. Okay. This act also provides the price information and market intelligence system for the farmers. This act also supports the e-trade. Government of India then now working out the modalities for e-trading. So then dispute arises. Then what will be the mechanism to resolve the disputes? So all dispute resolution mechanisms in this act are local as well as the quick. So normally mutually acceptable solution that will be achieved through conciliation. Then first they have to submit the application to SDM, that is subdivisional magistrate by the party. Then that party they will constitute a chairman with maximum of 4 members. Members will be representing both the parties. Sometimes SDM, subdivisional magistrate, can nominate the members with no response from any party. So memorandum settlement will be signed by both the parties within the 30 days. If not settled, then issue came from chairman to SDM, subdivisional magistrate for dispute resolution. Okay. Okay. So otherwise, sometimes SDM is also authorized to take a sumoto action. So SDM can settle the issue within 30 days. Sometimes SDM subdivisional magistrate can impose the penalty or recover amount or restrain the trader in dispute from undertaking any further trade directly or indirectly for a definite period of time. Sometimes when aggrieved party may prepare an appeal before appellate authority. The appellate authorities are collector or nominated person by the collector. That may be additional collector. Here, disposal of appeal can be taken within 30 days. Then, what are the votes given by the SDM or appellate authority that have a value to the votes delivered in the civil court? So that much importance are given in this act. Okay. Sometimes dispute arise in e-trading. Then that case, agriculture marketing advisor or his nominee in state government can resolve the dispute in the e-trade. So they can order within the 60 days for recovery of the amount payable to the farmers or traders, or impose penalty or suspend or cancel the operation of e-trading. So again, similar to that normal SDM. So their votes are equal to have a value equal to the values in civil code. Then appeal, normally aggrieved party, they can file appeal within 60 days. Sometimes special case they can accept up to 90 days. Okay. Then they have to file appeal to the Joint Secretary Government of India. Their disposal of appeal can be taken within 90 days. Okay. So these are the peculiar, I think, that act recently passed by the Government of India. So now we move on to second part, agro processing and value addition. So India does only 10% of the value addition of their farm producers, whereas some of the developing countries they do value addition of 70 to 80% of their farm producers. Okay, so high level of food processing and the value addition in the economy can create a much larger full per quality agriculture producers that can compete in the global market. In this way, they can raise the income. So worldwide, small and medium enterprises are being transformed into larger units. They are using the modern technology. They are assuring the quality product to the consumers. So in this way, they are linking the farmers and farm processing industry to get a sustainable supply chain. Okay. So, what are the characters of food processing industry means? They must be competitive, they equitable, and inclusive. Competitive means industry has to be competitive in terms of price, hygiene, quality, and proper packing. Equitable means none of the elements should be able to exploit the others elements of the value chain. So here, when you look into the fragmented value chain, so each chain they are considering one partner as a competitor, whereas food processing industry does not does not encourage the competition among the actors. Then inclusive, that means farmer or producer should be treated as a strategic business partner, not an adversary, not an enemy, not a competitor. Okay. So this thing can be achieved by means of integrated value chain, that is inputs input from the inputs farmers that produce the producers that goes to processor, then retailer, then from the retailer it goes to the consumer. So here strategic business relationship exists among all the actors. Here, agro industry wants to create an integrated value chain so that agro processing industry they can get a quality raw material without any delay. They can ensure the sustainability. So this is the peculiar character of integrated value chain. Okay. So when you look into the post-harvest processing Indian scenario, food production in the country is adequate, but it is not accessible to all because inadequate income earned by 20% of the population which are in rural, they are not affordable to offer high cost for the food. Okay. Why foods have become costly in India? Because of high post-harvest losses. So annually, it is estimated that post-harvest losses are 44,000 crores. Okay. So these things responsible for reason for increasing the cost of the farm producers. Okay. Apart from this, high level of food wastage due to shortage of storage spaces. For example, nowadays we are getting the tomato 1 rupee or 5 rupees, 10 rupees. So because of bumper harvest, we don't have much facility to store the agriculture producers. Apart from this mismatch between the agri-export and agri-imports. Okay. Then huge quantities of underutilized crop residues. So we never process the crop residues. So that is the main reason for pollution in Delhi. So once the Haryana and Punjab farmers, they harvest the paddy wheat meal, they are burning because of that dust smoke pollute the entire capital city. So we don't have much mechanism to recycle the crop residues. Okay. Then apart from this, then we have a low level of agro processing and value addition. So these are the factors responsible for increase in cost of the food in India. Okay. So India waste more fruits and vegetables than they consume in UK. So cumulative waste is about $6.7 billion, which is equivalent to the 40% of the total horticulture producers. So all because poor infrastructure and logistic support. Okay. Then we do rough handling and unorganized handling of the farm producers. So which makes the huge loss in our agriculture producers. India has 70% more arable land, but produces 30% less than China. All because of we don't have much good infrastructure facility to store the farm producers. Okay. India ranked first in the world. Cereal production, milk production, second in fruits and vegetable production. Then we are the fifth in producers of groundnut, rice, wheat, tea, coffee, spices, and oil seed. The Indian agro industry size is that is worth to $70 billion, but we process less than 2% of the farm produces. Our Indian agro industry giving the direct employment to the 1.6 million people, so which accounts for the 30% of the country exports and 6% of the industry investment. Okay. So when you look at the first harvest losses, it was maximum in fruits, the guava, followed by tomato and groundnut. In case of vegetables, the maximum loss was Abdul cabbage, followed by sapota, that's a fruit, then followed by chickpea. Okay. So when you look into the post-harvest losses, that is storage losses, that was maximum in weight, then followed by marine fishes. So most of the on-farm losses are maximum notice the yield, sugarcane, followed by turmeric. Okay. So when we look at the global picture, high-income countries, they add $180 after processing 1 ton of agriculture produces. 98% of the agriculture producers in high-income countries they undergo industrial processing, whereas 30% of the agriculture producers they are processed in developing countries. In case of developing countries, they add only 40 rupees of 1 ton of farm producers after processing. See the difference between 180 and $40 after processing by developed countries as well as the developing countries. When we speak honestly, India do first harvesting and the value addition 1.5%, whereas 30% of the farm produces are processed in case of some of the developing countries. Okay, we are still infant in agriculture processing. So, what is the production to consumption chain of agro processing activities? The farmers are the producers. So they are directly selling they are producing the existing marketing system. So they are getting the low value that goes to the consumer. They are getting the low value. In case when after harvest, so it goes to processing industry. It is processed, then it becomes a processed food. Once it is processed, it gets much value. So it can target the specific consumers. Okay. So what are the agenda of agro-processing facility? So primary, secondary processing of main producers, byproduct utilization, then supply chain management, custom carrying services, product quality and safety, then marketing. So these are the agenda of any agro-processing facilities. Okay. So what are the priorities to be given by agro industry? So they have to expand the level of processing of food grains, poultry, fruits and vegetables. So they have to process the primary product, secondary product, tertiary product, or commodities. Then, so agro-processing industry, they have to modernize their industry by installing the high-end equipment to get a competitive price for the producers. Then agro-processing industry should give adequate training to their workers, supervisors, and managers to handle the high-end equipment in order to get a quality product. Then apart from this, farmers must be educated the recent advances. Then we have to increase the skills of the farmers by adopting the GAP, good agriculture practices. Okay. Then in this way we can achieve sustainable supply chain management. Then from the agro processing industry. Okay. So then when we talk about the value addition, so what is the value added agriculture? So adding value, that is the value addition. That is the processing of changing or transforming a product from its original state to more variable state. That is the value addition. For example, wheat can be sold in the market as a grain, but however, so that fetches the little price. Then when we convert the flour, then price get increased. When you convert to bread, then again you can get a higher price. So it is called as a value addition. Okay. Value addition can be done by means of two ways: creating value and capturing value. Creating value can be done by innovation as well as the industry innovation. Capturing value can be achieved by means of coordinations. Okay. How we can create a value? By means of innovating new product, we enhance the product characters, then enhance services, then we create a brand name, then we have to develop unique customer experiences. Okay. In case of capturing value, so that can be achieved by direct marketing, vertical integration, producer alliances, and cooperative efforts. Okay. In case of direct marketing, then we can sell the product directly to the consumer. For example, homemade soaps and lotion to the general public. In case of vertical integration mean, so here one producer or business person owns the product from beginning to end. For example, chicken from the chicken to then big then adult chicken. They are owning the business. Here the producer of business does not sell the product until the consumer purchase it. So, for example, then Tyson Chicken or KFC, they can buy the chicken from the poultry unit. Okay. Then what is the producer alliances? Individuals or companies from the same level of the food chain, they can consolidate in order to produce and market superior product. Okay. In case of cooperative approach, individual or companies pool their product in order to increase the bargaining power. So similarly, so we can notice that then recent years, then farmers they sell their milk in the cooperative society. So in turn, cooperative society they process the milk, then they are fetching the high prices to the farmers. Okay. So what are the strategies for adding the value? One is the farm value, then location value, time value, ownership or person value, then information value. Farm value means then converting raw material into finished or semi-finished product. It is called as a farm value. So which increases the visibility of the product, then that can be done by the processing and packaging. Here we can maintain the product quality by means of simple cleaning, grading, and sorting and cooling. Okay. So in case of location value mean, then we have to provide the product in a desired place, door-to-door delivery, a mail order, then convenience stores, then internet sites. Okay. In case of adding value means, then we have to supply the product at desired time by using the means of the transport. Okay. So what is the ownership value or possession value? So we can give the equipment for rental, then tractors for rental, land for lease. Then we can give the credit for the material stored in the warehouses. Okay, that is called as the possession ownership value or the possession value. Okay. So what is the information value? So here we have to inform, educate, persuade the farmers about the recent techniques. So apart from this, farmers must be educated how to sell their product by means of advertisement, then packaging, the promotion, and labeling. Okay. So these are some of the R&D industry they do in agro-processing in India. CFTRI Mysore, Central Food Technology Research Institute, CIFET, that is Ludhiana, Punjab, Central Institute for Post-Harvest Engineering Technology, IRI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute, NDRI, National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal. Then where here we TNAU, we do agriculture processing. Then Punjab Agriculture University, PAU. Then ILRI, Indian Lac Research Institute. Then IVRI, that is Indian Veterinary Research Institute. They do processing of poultry and meat product SIPCAT. That is in Mumbai. They're specifically concentrating on cotton. And then IGF, Indian Grassland Fodder Research Institute. So these are some of the agro-processing industry that do agro-processing in India. Okay. So what are the visible benefits when we look into when we do post-harvest operations? By simple cleaning, grading, and sorting, we can increase the farm income 25%. By drying up the fruits and vegetables, we can get additional 30% income. By preservation, again, we can get 15 to 16% additional income. So likewise, by doing simple post-harvest operations, then we can raise the income from the various farm producers like spices, maize, wheat, paddy. Okay. So then what is the agribusiness? So this was the definition was given by H. Davis. Agribusiness is emerging as a specialized branch of knowledge in the field of management science. So in this context, agribusiness can be defined as a science and practical activities with the backward and forward linkages related to trade, production, processing, marketing, and distribution of raw and processed food, feed, fiber, including the supply of foods and services for these activities. So when we look into the concept of agribusiness, that is the commercialization of the agriculture. Second important thing is transition from the subsistence to commercial agriculture. That means most of the farming in India, subsistence level of farming. That means farmers they can produce the product for their livelihood, not for the market. So agribusiness is they are transforming the subsistence level of farming to commercial agriculture. Okay, so this is the main motto of agribusiness system. So apart from this, agribusiness, which includes not only production, which includes a farmer, hatchery, manager, also organization which provide the inputs like a seed, chemicals and feed. Then agribusiness, which also includes the output system, the processing plant, manufacturers, shrimp, and microwavable products like transporters, seller, brokers. So all are the components of agribusiness system. So when you draw a Venn diagram of agribusiness system, that is the input sector, production sector, and processing manufacturing sector. So we could see the overlapping of each sector. So the success of each part depends upon the proper functioning of the others too. Okay. So in the government of India, the Minister of Food Processing, so they aim to increase the processing of perishable agricultural produce 20%. They aim to increase the value addition from 20 to 34%, so which can increase the share in the global trade from 1.6 to 3%. Okay. So these are the emerging sectors in agribusiness, IT, agriculture, rural development, then NGOs in agriculture, agriculture extension services, that is mostly done by the Krishi Vigyan Kendra, that is a KBK, then biotechnological research and commercialization, so rural and agri inputs. So these are the emerging sectors in agri-business. Okay. So now I am going to talk about some of the value-added product from various farm producers. I mostly concentrate on coconut. Why I am concentrating on coconut means coconuts are India is the one of the leading producer of coconut. So we annually produce 30 billion nuts that is grown in 19 states and 3 union territories. Now we get average yield of 18 nuts per farm per year. So what is the GDP contribution of coconut alone? That is 20,000 crores. So that is why we should know what are the value-added products we derive from the coconut. So what are the health benefits of coconut? So everyone will know. So that is excellent for immunity. So antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial agent. So what are the advantages of tender coconut? So it is a oral rehydration medium. So keep the body cool. Then it is a diuretic, that means increase the flow of the urine. So what is the significance of coconut oil? So that is an antimicrobial agent. It has an antioxidant potential. Apart from this, which can slow down the aging process by detoxifying the free radicals emanated from the body metabolism. Okay. So what is the first and the foremost value-added product from the coconut meal? So that is a nut. So we separate the nut from the coconut. That is called that is the first value-added product. So here is a nut. So it is called as a dehusking of the coconut. So dehusking is done to remove the husk from the coconut. So we can get a nut separately. So that is the first value-added product from the coconut. Nowadays we use the machine. By using this, we can dehusk the 200 nuts per hour. Okay. So next value-added product is coconut fiber. It is a natural fiber extracted from the husk of the coconut and used in making the floor mats, door mats, and brushes and mattresses. Coir is the another value-added product from the coconut. That is a fibrous material found between the hard internal shell as well as the outer coat of the coconut. Sometimes we can get the white coir from the unripe coconut, which is used for making the fine brushes, string, ropes, and fishing nets. So these are the machines used for defibering the coconut. So this is the coconut fiber bowl, similar to our cotton bales. Okay. So drying. Once so coconuts should be dried in several days at ambient temperature before dehusking to get a nut. So once nuts are split open, that is called as a copra, or it is called as a kernel, or it is also called as a meat. So that should be dried within 24 hours. So we have to dry the copra for 5 to 6 days in normal room temperature to get to achieve the moisture of 6%. Sometimes we can use the machines to dry the coconut cobra. So normally we have to keep the cobra 35 to 50 degrees centigrade for first 16 hours. Afterwards, you can keep cobra 50 degrees centigrade in order to achieve the 66% moisture condition. Okay. So apart from this, it is the coconut can be tender coconut can be served in this way. That can be fraplim, that can be waxed, that can be exported. So sometimes, so when we do this kind of thing, what happens then water loss may occur. So that will reduce the quality of the tender coconut. Here we use the controlled atmospheric storage. So we use the oxygen plastic film. So in this way, we can keep the ambient air condition, atmospheric condition, so we can extend the shelf life of the tender coconut. So coconut kernel, from the coconut kernel, we can have a desiccated coconut. So that is the edible shredded coconut meal. So once the coconut cut, that is called a cobra. It is also called as a coconut meat or kernel. So that has to be shredded into the small spices. So that can be graded in this coarse, medium, fine grade. That has to be dried in a air dryer, 60 to 76%, 76 degrees centigrade to get a 2% moisture content. So in that moisture condition, that fat content of the coconut, desiccated coconut is 65 to 68%. This kind of desiccated coconuts are used in making the cake and chocolates. So next one is making the coconut milk. It is a milky fluid that is freshly extracted from the coconut kernel, that is a coconut meat or cobra, with or without adding the water. Here, coconut milk is prepared by blending the skim milk powder. Okay, afterwards, it is pasteurized 70 to 70 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Then, so we have to add the skim milk at 6%. Okay. Finally, coconut milk should contain 9.6% TSS. Okay. Coconut milk powder is similar to making the coconut milk, that has to be dehydrated using the spray dryer at 180 degrees centigrade. So this is the coconut. So inside is a cobra, coconut meat or kernel. From this, we are extracting the coconut milk. Then we add it to the skim milk. Then we are making the coconut final coconut milk. Then it has to be dehydrated by using this spray dryer. We will have a coconut milk powder. Okay. Then most important thing we have to know, that is the coconut yogurt. Coconut yogurt. So when you go to the supermarket, then you could see the Yakult, that is the fermented drink from Japan. So which consists of lactobacillus acidophilus, then streptococcus thermophilus, then bifidobacterium brevis. So bifidobacterium brevis is the one of the anaerobic bacteria, so mostly present in the mother's milk. So whenever newborn baby that does not have any microbe in their intestine, microbes are essential for digestion of the food. Okay. So where my baby can get a bacteria from the mother's milk. Okay. So that kind of bacteria are added to make a Yakult. Similarly, coconut yogurts are prepared by adding this kind of bacteria. After fermentation, we will have a coconut yogurt. Okay. Virgin coconut oil. So it is obtained from the coconut by means of certification or low temperature process. So coconut kernel, from this naturally we are getting the virgin coconut oil. So these are the process that is not essential. Then coconut oil. So once nuts are split open, it is called as cobra. Cobra has to be made into flakes by means of cobra grinding machine. From the cobra, from the flakes, then we have to expel the oil by using the oil extracting machine. So this way we get the coconut oil. Okay, coconut cream. It is the high-fat cream-like material obtained from the coconut milk by either gravitational separation or centrifugation. So it is the concentrated milk cream extracted from the fresh matured coconut that can be used directly or that can be used diluted with the water to make sweet desserts and puddings. So process the coconut cream that had a shelf life for 6 months. Once opened, that should be stored in the refrigerator for subsequent uses. For example, it's a coconut milk, it's a coconut cream. Okay. So coconut syrup, so it is a translucent, free flowing liquid. By adding the milk, equal amount of sugar, then apart from this, disodium phosphate is added to attain the 0.25% of the volume of the milk. Then, so it has to be boiled until the T is 68 to 70%. Then it has to be poured in a sterile container that must be sealed hermetically. That means that anaerobically we have to seal this container. Now, coconut syrups, it is acting like a topping agent for bakery products, mixtures in alcoholic drinks. Sometimes it may be diluted with water to cook a rice cake. So rice cake, that is a kulkatai. Okay. Then coconut chips. So it is another value-added product from the coconut. Coconut kernels are sliced thin. Then that has to be dried. Then it added with the water or salt. Okay, it has a shelf life for 6 months. Okay, so in this way we can have a coconut chips. Okay, then coconut candy. So that is made from the desiccated coconut. Then that is mixed with the coconut milk. Then added sugar. Then it has to be cooked in a cooking pan. So until the adding the cold water, that should be dried. So that is the right stage to stop the cooking. Then it has to be transferred into butter grease the pan. Then finally allowed to cool. Then cut into desired size. Then the wrapped cellophane types. So it is called as a coconut candy. Coconut candy. Okay. Then coconut honey. So from the coconut water, we are deriving the value-added product that is called as a coconut honey. Here, coconut water mixed with the half part of the refined sugar, half part of glucose, then blended with sodium alginate to the stabilizer. That has to be steamed for 15 minutes in steam jacket like a cooker. And then to get a TSS of 75%, then it was poured into a hostile container, then sealed hermetically. Okay. So these are the some of the value-added product. List of the value-added product from the coconuts. Okay. So see this, how much of copra we need. From the 1 metric ton of copra we want to get means, then we have to use 7,000 coconut. So likewise, so we will have coconuts. Apart from this, we are getting some of the byproduct from the coconut waste, like coconut charcoal, activated carbon, then husk. Some of the kaya pith mostly we use as a manure after composting. This kind of kaya pith is a medium to cultivate the mushrooms, artificial mushrooms especially. Okay. So apart from coconut, then we are processing fruits and vegetables. So that can be processed by means of simple grading, sorting, cutting, seeding, and selling. Okay. So what are the how we can increase the value of the fruits and the vegetables means that is for example, we can make beverages, juices, concentrate pulps, then frozen fruit material, then chips. So likewise, we can do processing the fruits and vegetables. In case of apple, then so apple can be sold in the market without skin, cooked apple, canned apple, apple juices, frozen apples, then apple sauce. In case of banana, we make a banana powder, banana flour, banana puri, banana chips, jam, jelly, and vinegar. Grapes, most value-added product from the grape is wine and raisins, jam, juice, syrups. Guava, we will have a jam, jelly, pickle, then puri, khan, then beverages. So these are the value-added products from the guava. So in case of milk, so we have a whole milk powder, then skimmed milk powder, condensed milk, toned milk, then ice cream, butter, ghee. So these are some of the value-added products from the milk and dairy products. How to make a skimmed milk? Here, we can remove the fat, then fat-soluble vitamin, Then once fat is removed, so it is used for therapeutic purpose, like diabetic patient, obesity patient, high cholesterol patient. So what is the main thing in skimmed milk? Here we are reducing the fat content 0.1 gram per 100 ml. This is the peculiar thing that should be noted in skimmed milk. Then how to make a toned milk? Here, buffalo milk is added with reconstituted skimmed milk, so that we can reduce the fat content to the 3%. Toned milks are useful in malnutrition as well as the pregnancy. In case of double toned milk, they are prepared as the type of toned milk. Here, fat content not less than the 1.5%. Okay. So these are the simple shot of the value-added product from the milk. So once milk is pasteurized, we can make a daghi, lassi, sugar, then yogurt, cheese. Then milk can be condensed. We can make kova, then paneer, kova, and ghee, payasam. Then by acid precipitation, we can make a paneer. So making the cream, butter, and ghee is the one of the traditional value-added product we derive from the milk. Okay. So nowadays we derive the milk from soya with various flavors, strawberry, malt, cappuccino, chocolate. So in this way we can add the value of the agriculture producers. Okay. In case of fish as a basic fish, so highly perishable, cannot store for long time. Of a value addition that can be stored for long time. Okay. So these are some of the value added product from the some of the flowers. Jasmine, we are getting jasmine oil, calendula oil, then basil oil from basil plant, then mint oil from mint, then see the international price of that oil. So $9,350 for jasmine oil per kg. Okay. So apart from this, we can derive some of the value-added product from the guava. That is the guava sida. It is sweet, nutritious. And in case of anola, we can make an anola jelly. So that is prepared from anola juice, pulp, and other ingredients which contain the vitamin C, citric acid, minerals, and TSS and sucrose. Okay. From the goat milk, we can make a gulfi and paneer. Okay. So from banana peel, we can make a banana pickle. Okay. Lychee is a fruit most famous in China. From the lychee, we can make a lychee wine. It is the most famous in China. Then from the banana, we can make a banana milk. It is most popular in Southeastern country like Korea and Japan, Philippines. So here, banana juice and tomato juice are mixed at 1:1 ratio. Then this is the pilu, value-added product from the pilu. So we can make a pilu jam and jelly. Then we can have a tea from bubble, Acacia nilotica, bubble pots. Then we can have oil from tobacco. Then these are the example for the value-added product from the millet. This is excluded product. Then nowadays we go for osmo drying for storing the vegetables. It is standardized for bitter gourd and cauliflower. Then these are the value-added product from the ragi. Then this is the jackfruit shrikan. Then pork sausages. So that is semi-cooked, added with the low salt and fat. So only while going for vacuum package, we can increase the shelf life 35 days. These are the value addition what we did in our laboratory. So normally we sell the biofertilizers to the farmers in lignite based powder, that is 60 rupees per kg. So from the solid carrier, we went for a liquid based biofertilizer, that is 50 rupees per liter. So here we can store only for 3 months. Here we can store the product for 1 year. From that, we made a freeze dried sales of biofertilizer per kg, that is purchased for 8,000 rupees. So like a shampoo packet, sachet. So for 1 hectare, 1 sachet is sufficient enough to treat the 1 hectare of the seeds. So see the price shift from each farm. So now we attempted value addition in Panchamritam. So Panchamritam quality has been reduced these days. Now we make the probiotic Panchamritam. We have discovered several bacteria, probiotic bacteria, Then using that bacteria, we made a panchamirtham under controlled condition. In this way, we enhanced we have created a probiotic panchamirtham. We created a brand so that we got approved by FSSAI and DBT. So when we come for conclusions, so Indian agribusiness system offers huge growth opportunities. So Indian agribusiness must gear up to face the second agriculture revolution through farmer-corporate partnership. Always agribusiness must be market-oriented. Then we have to reduce the loss. Then by bringing all operations in a single platform, then we have to educate the farmers. We have to create the wealth to the farmers. We have to provide infrastructure facility to the agro-processing industry to produce a globally competitive product. Then we have to transform the seller-buyer relation to the strategic partnership between the corporate and farmer for a win-win outcome. And apart from this, we have to expose our traditional Indian agriculture to modern technology, creating a large scale processed food. So in this way, we can ensure the sustainable supply chain management. We can create the employment. We can increase the earnings of the farmers. So my topic is over.
Thank you for the valuable information, sir. You gave a lot of data about simple coconut. We not even imagine that much product available in coconut. And there are a few questions from participant side. I can ask it one by one, sir. And first one, there are some e-trading partners available for agri products. Is there any reliability of e-trading business apps for agri business?
Nowadays, Government of India, they are working the modalities for e-trade. Now, but we could see the internet, so many traders, they do e-trading. But we may not rely on all these things, sir. That has to be ensured by case.
Is there any official trading app for agricultural products or farmers?
So I do not aware of this. I am not aware of this, sir. I will check and let you know, sir.
Okay, sir. Because some of the advertisements show is that in Tamil Nadu there is an app called Ulavan or Nanban, something like that. That's a platform for
that is trading. So to my knowledge, from the Ulavan, we can get a knowledge about cultivation practices, then seed availability, sir, not for e-trade. I think so.
Sir. Okay, sir. Another question. There are several organic products available in the market. They mentioned that is organic. How we can believe it? Whether it's truly organic or in what terms they tell that is organic?
Sir, whenever we have a grace over organic products, sir, but it is not reliable, sir. We cannot believe all the organic products, sir. That must be certified by the organic certifying agency by the Tamil Nadu government. So there is separate wing is operating by the State Department of Agriculture. So from farmers, producers, they have to register their product, they have to certify. Then only we can trust it, sir. So most of the time we have a grace over organic product, but we may not trust all organic product. They are surfaced in the market.
In meat also we can see the board organic. One day I saw that in a meat stall, it's an organic chicken. In what terms they mention it? What method they follow?
So to my knowledge, they may not administer antibiotics, sir. Normally we raise the chicken with antibiotics, or frequently we administer antibiotics for the improvement growth purpose. But many times they claiming organic means they may not contain antibiotics. In Coimbatore also we have a Kabu chicken. They are claiming that it's free from antibiotics.
Nice, sir. And another question. That's a concept called virtual water. And when we export 1 kg of vegetable, it's almost equal to exporting hundreds of liter of water.
Yes, sir. This is there, sir. This is a big.
Is it real or?
It is real, sir. The questions are very right, sir. They put the questions. So many times that is what happening in our dyeing industry, sir. So dyeing industry, when we export the meat or when we export the vegetables, we are exporting our resources. But since India is a developing country, we need to have a GDP growth. So these are unavoidable, sir. We must follow the system. So
We
since
have to
we
follow the system.
yes,
Yes.
sir.
And another one, the concept of coconut yogurt is very, very interesting.
Yes, sir.
And what is the difference between curd and yogurt? They asked me.
Curd is basically made from milk. Okay. Whereas curds, uncontrolled fermentation occurs. Whereas how we ferment the curd means we don't have any compositions. For example, so wait a minute. Sorry. So when you make a curd, sir, that is uncontrolled fermentation. That means after boiling the milk, then we are adding the curd, already made curd. We do not know that curd contains what are the microorganisms. Okay, so that may contain lactobacillus, that may contain lactobacillus, mesenteries, yeast, streptococcus. We may not define the microbial composition of the curd. So it is normally done by the backsloping. It is a big area in food microbiology. That is called as a backsloping. Then yogurt means, so that is done by controlled fermentation. After boiling the milk, so when it is in lukewarm heat, then we have to add Streptococcus thermophilus. So that is the bacteria can withstand temperature of around 42 degrees centigrade. Then we have to add Streptococcus thermophilus. Then that will dominate. That will ferment. Then afterwards, then another bacteria like Lactobacillus acidophilus, then bifidobacterium. So that will carry out the fermentation. So here we know the microbial composition of the fermentation process. So these are the two main difference between the curd and yogurt. The curd is uncontrolled fermentation, then yogurt is a controlled fermentation. So we do not know the microbial composition in the case of curd. In case of yogurt, we know the microbial composition. So in case of we have several scientific literatures to claim the benefits of yogurt, whereas the curd we don't have much literatures to claim the scientific benefits. Okay.
Another question, sir. Is there any organization encouraging the innovations of agricultural products, agricultural equipments?
So, sir, I have a sir in afternoon session we talk funding agency,
Okay, sir.
In that, I will list several funding agencies. In India, we have 36 funding agencies. Apart from this, 4 or 5 international funding agencies. They are supporting to develop agriculture implements. Even Ministry of Food Processing Agriculture, then Indian Council of Agriculture Research, IARI, then the JATASI, Journal Research Station. These are the organizations. They are encouraging the development of novel farm implements.
One last question, sir. We are getting packaged milk from several brands, and they are selling curd
Yes.
all byproducts already. And what remains in milk
Yes, sir.
for the users?
Sir, in my opinion, we are lagging the yogurt, sir. Yakult, that is a yogurt. Yogurt, that is the another point, sir. Yogurt. So sometimes nowadays we should move to designer food or functional food or nutraceutical foods. So based on our body health conditions, what are the diseases are there? So accordingly, we can design the food. So there is a designer food, sir. Nowadays emerging, sir. So based on our body condition, we can design the designer food by using the milk. For especially yogurt, we can design specifically for one health conditions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful session with us. We'll have a break now, and we'll meet after lunch by 2:30 p.m. Thank you, all the participants. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.